Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today's video is going to be so much fun. It's all about fake food. It's hosted by myself and Kiki from Kiki DIYs, and our co-host is Tammy from the Rusted Willow. We also have a ton of other incredible creators who have decided to join us on this journey. I will have everyone's channel listed below, as well as the playlist. When you're done with my video, pop on down to the description box, click on the playlist, and enjoy. So this video is going to be a little bit different than my typical videos because I've been kind of working on everything kind of all together. So you're going to see bits and pieces of it. There's no DIY number 1 or 2 or 3. They're all just kind of linked in there together. So I hope that makes sense. Now let's get into it. Now this project I've done before, but we're doing it again. This is not a replay. This is new. So I have those little mason jars, or they're not mason jars. What are those called? They've got the little handle. I don't know. Anyway, I have some mica powder and some resin that I'm going to be using. And I also have these like plastic fruit pieces. So I have a strawberry, a lime, and a lemon. And then in that plastic bag, there are little cubes. They look like little tiny ice cubes. So that's that. This resin is a 1-to-1 ratio. So I am just filling up these 2 plastic cups, and then I'll be mixing it in a 3rd cup and then adding it into some smaller cups to add the mica powder. Whew, that was a lot. So I am just going to sort of let this play out so you can see exactly what I did. Now, before I put them in smaller cups to add the mica powder, I am taking my heat knife, my hot knife, whatever it's called, and I'm going to cut, I'm going to take a little like pie-shaped piece out of each of the fruit pieces so that they will be able to sit on the rim of these little mini cups, just like so. And now I'm gonna add the resin to the smaller cups and add the mica powder. Now I was trying to make some lemonade and some limeade and some like a strawberry daiquiri, if you will. The lemon, I don't know, for some reason I just couldn't get the color right. So it kind of looks more like it's a little orangey, but it's not orange, okay? It's just I don't know. It's supposed to be a lemonade. But anyways, I think they came out adorable. So once it's all mixed together, then I am going to add it to the jar. And I try to get it up pretty high in the jar. And then I take a little bit of resin and put it on the piece of fruit, as well as some hot glue, kind of like on each side. I use a different glue type thing. Then first of all, I cut down the straw so that it's not sticking up too much. And then at first I put a couple of pieces of those little like fake ice cubes in there, but they just kind of sank to the bottom. So I figured I'd wait until it firmed up a little bit more, and I added more then. So here is me mixing the lime, and quite honestly, it looks like a margarita. Anyway, or like an apple teeny even. But anyways, we're going with a limeade drink. So again, I'm just gonna add it into the glass, and then I will repeat the process as far as the straw and the piece of fruit. And then here comes the strawberry, repeating the same process. And that's pretty much all there is for this until it stiffens a little bit, and then I will add those little ice cubes. Now I have this big cup, and I'm going to use the truffle and plaster paints from Waverly, and I am going to mix the two of them together to get like a hot chocolatey kind of color. Did I succeed? I don't know. I guess you guys can be the judge. I think it came out cute, but anyway, so I'm just going to mix these paints, and then I'm going to paint the inside of this glass. And then once that's done, I have a taller glass, and both these glasses actually all of the glasses came from the Dollar Tree. And so I'm going to, now in all honesty, I've never had a chino of any kind, frappuccino or whatever else they are. So I'm not really quite sure what color it's supposed to be, but this is the color I came up with, and I am painting the inside of this taller glass with this color. Now I have one of these vases, and I painted it with just the plaster on the inside, and I'm sorry I lost the footage on that one, but I wanted to let you guys know I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I have a Buy Me a Coffee link if you're interested in supporting my channel, but either way, stop on by and say hey. I would love to hear from you. Okay, now I'm going to take some of this parchment paper, and I'm just going to lay it down on my table, and then I have this spackling. It's patch and paint. Bargain Bethany uses it. She swears by it, so I got it at Home Depot. And I have this ice cream scoop I got at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to scoop out 9 scoops of this spackling, and then I'm just going to put it aside to dry. Now I'm taking a piece of cardstock, and I'm flipping the 2 glasses over that I already painted, and I am just going to trace the outside rim of both of the glasses. And then once that's done, I am going to take one of this cake decorating bags from the Dollar Tree. I got it in the kitchen section, and I am just going to fill it with this spackling. Now, I've never worked with this before, and it was kind of messy. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. I had fun doing it. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. So we have decided that we're going to do this playlist every other month. So I hope that you enjoy this, and we'll look forward to next month, or not next month, March. So here I am, still trying to fill up this bag. Then I'm going to just twist the top and start squeezing. And what I'm trying to accomplish, now this is the first time using this stuff. It's the first time me making these sweets, these fake sweets. So I promise I'll get better as we go. But this one was, I don't know, maybe it was a fail. I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. But anyway, I'm just going around. I'm making a topper. In case you haven't figured that out, you probably have, but for these two cups. And again, I saw Bargain Bethany do this, and I figured I'd give it a whirl. So I'm just gonna make these, and then, okay, so I didn't realize you shouldn't use real sprinkles. So I did. So you'll see what happens later. But anyway, so I'm putting those aside to dry. And now I have some of this clay from the Dollar Tree. And I am just kind of kneading it a little bit. And then I'm going to take some more parchment paper, and I'm going to roll 3 balls and then flatten them out. Yes, you guessed it. I'm going to make cookies with these. So I don't make a lot. I use 2 packages. So yeah, I'm just gonna repeat the process, roll it up, flatten it, and then try to round it out as best I can. Once those are done, gonna put those aside to dry. Now I have these mini pie pans with like a cover. So I'm taking the cover and I'm giving it 2 coats of, I believe it's Daybreak from Faux. And then once that's dry, I'm going to put it on top of the pan, and I'm gonna close it all up. Yes, that's it. No, just kidding. So now I'm gonna take some more of that clay, and I'm just kind of rolling it into like a snake kind of shape, and then I'm gonna bring it around the outside of this pie pan, and you guessed it, I'm making a pie crust. I kind of feel silly with this, but at the same time it was fun. So anyway, so I do, once I get it all like lined up and everything, I do try to like smush it down a little bit so it actually looks like a pie crust. Now, it's not one of those fancy ones with the little lines through it and everything, but it's my idea of a pie crust. Now, with the leftover clay, I'm going to make, I think I made 3 or 4, maybe 5 pieces. Anyway, I'm just going to take some small pieces, and I'm going to make like a rectangular shape, so almost like a piece of chocolate. Yeah, so once I make those, I am going to set all of this aside to dry. Once everything's dry for the pie, that is, I'm going to take that raw sienna and then some of that yellow, that Daybreak, I think it's called Daybreak, from Folk Art, and I'm going to just kind of mix it all together to get the coloring of a pie crust, because pie crusts are not yellow. And I think it's still a little too dark, so I do end up taking some plaster and adding that to, oh, I'm sorry, it's not plaster, it's white, to this mixture just to lighten it up a little bit. And then, I don't know, I feel like that's good. I feel like it's all right. So I'm just gonna go around and I'm just going to paint the clay part. And this is what it looks like. And it does dry a little bit lighter. So now I'm gonna take some plaster chalk paint, and I do add a little bit of that Daybreak folk art paint just to kind of brighten it up a little bit more. And then I'm going to take this mixture and I am going to paint all of my cookies. I will set those aside to dry, and then I'm going to take my truffle chalk paint from Waverly and I am going to paint my chocolate pieces. Now you can see on one of those puffs, if you will, I tried to paint it, but it wasn't quite dry enough, so I stopped. Now I filled up this bag again, and I'm going to go all the way around the entire top of this pie. Once I get the top covered, I'm just gonna make some little, like, I don't know what they're called, like drops with like a pokey top, like pointy top. So I'm trying to make a lemon meringue pie. I've never made one in my life. I don't know, I went online and looked at some pictures and this is what I came up with. So I'm just going to add, I don't know how many I add, but till I was happy with the way it looked, I guess. And then once again, I'm gonna put that aside to dry. Oh, but before I put it away to dry, I do take another one of those lemon slices and I just kind of stick it in the center so that it will dry around this lemon piece. Then I'm going to take the rest of the spackling that's in this bag and I'm going to make little, I don't know, little like flowers or the same little pokey things on top as I did the pie. And then again, I'm using real jimmies, which again, you'll see what happens. But if you're going to remake any of these, find some fake sprinkles. So anyway, I am going to sprinkle these right on top of the little frosting, and my cookies are complete. Now I am taking my truffle chalk paint. Now this spackling was still a little bit firm. It was supposed to have like hardened in 30 minutes, but it took more than that. Anyway, then I'm taking this seashell pink and I am going to do 3 pink. Then I'm taking my, oh my goodness, I skipped ahead. I am so sorry. Anyways, I wanted to make those like burn marks on the pie, so I just took some of that darker paint, like the truffle, and I went over it. Now here you can see what happens when you use real jimmies or real sprinkles. They bleed into the spackling. So, but anyways, so I put them on top of, I cut out the paper, put them on top of the cups. I added a cherry on top of one of them, a piece of chocolate on the other. I put those chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry ice cream scoops in this bowl. and it's an ice cream sundae. There's a couple pieces of chocolate with a cherry on top. There's a little spoon in there, and I took some truffle paint and some Mod Podge and made the hot sauce, or the hot chocolate sauce, hot fudge sundae. That's what it is. So the hot fudge sauce. Anyway, here's my little cups with my drinks, and you can see the little ice cubes in there. I think these are so adorable. Like I said, I've made them before. I love them. And here's my cookies. Now you can see those sprinkles bled as well. But I think overall, I had a lot of fun making these. I think they came out super adorable. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out with YouTube. If you're new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you next time.